Here, from heaven, I'm in heaven. I'll let you guys hear the conversation. As an example. Well, we thank you for, you promised us a celebration in the presence of art. We're still going to continue that. Okay. From what I recall, you had me raise up the remnant, the kingdom of Judah, and then to make sense of things, we put Mary as a Samaritan, capital of Ephraim, per Isaiah, and lukewarm Christian prodigals in the category of the 10 tribes that rebelled against you. So then you had designated Mary as that queen, and then as king, we were supposed to unite. That's what I recall. Okay. And then you gave me the objective to get to that house, and that was going to be our house based on those decisions. Uh-huh. Now, you, of course, thoughts higher than anybody else's thoughts. There's always a solution to the issue. So that's what I think everybody in your kingdom, Lord, I'm you, and everybody in our kingdom, thank you, is waiting on. They're waiting on my thoughts, is what you're saying. They're waiting on your thoughts. Well, my thoughts are, who are we pursuing right now? Who have we been pursuing for a very, very long time? Who am I going to save? That's where our pursuit should be focused. You agree? I agree. What's the issues? Leviticus says that if there's familiar spirits, you're supposed to cast all the people out that have anything to do with familiar spirits. Yes, exactly. Okay, so then that eliminates the church. Evidence, rapture believers, and then you had Christians that were telling rapture believers no, and then you had that division. Tells you the great delusion occurred. The wisdom I'm seeking here, Father. We were watching, of course, I guess you guys call them crash outs, and people finding out they've been cheated on, that their spouse really had a demonic thought process towards them that they didn't understand or see, trying to avoid that. And the chances are in this generation of avoiding that, zero. Okay. So, realistically looking at it, the root was pride. They refused to acknowledge that the spirit they were following wasn't you. So we went on different missions because they got stuck, and it was like leading them out of the wilderness. The prodigals would not go in. Okay, yeah, no. All right. Now, what are we going to do? What did I teach you? Spouse comes first. Mary, come here with drinks and tobacco. There. Simple privilege of receiving joy and strength by obeying. So you gave them the grace to do what? I gave them the grace to fix their marriage. And keep it simple. Did they do that? The ones that are living together like you commanded, the reconciliations have been temporary. Temporary, but existing in a memory that they have. They do. All right. So then you bring that to the forefront. You did the dreams and the song in their heart thing. I did. Drink some coffee, Lord, but not for long. Mary will be along shortly. Now, are you drinking coffee? The coffee's right there, but you have not drank it. And that tells you they know what they're supposed to do and they're not doing it. Ah, yes, because that is surprising. So then you go forward and then you do it as an example. Many of them think it can't be done. So you and Mary are going to do it. I do want out of this place. So, okay. Now, what's the other issue? Negotiations with the other side. I'm not. There's no need for that, and I have never done that, and I'm not going to do it now. If they are stealing, then they don't get blessed, favored, or protected. That's not difficult, Jesus. Other issues. Where do you want to scripturally point this? And what happens if we do that? We get replicated and copied, and at the last moment, that spirit directs them another way. The whole point of the first, the wolf and the lamb will lay down together type of thing, came from the fact that they would not stop serving the devil. They did not realize following that familiar spirit was going to lead them to serve other familiar spirits. It became a huge mess. And then promptly thrown out of heaven. I feel the correction was something they would take temporarily, because if we gave them strength, they would continue doing it. So at this point, we only have a few. So that narrows down acceptable marital situations that we are going to get involved in, doesn't it? It does. So do they want my blessing on their marriage or not? You're negotiating way too much with these people. I feel a tremendous lack of hope in a lot of people, and they should. They should not put their hope anywhere else. That's how many Mary's Daily Breads, how many emails did we just look at that said Shuri, a link to a prophet, or here's what the Lord said. I mean, you stepped down enough, and I told you not to do that too much. But as you're, I've been with you the entire time. I understand. It was for all of our people. Okay, now, so if they are classified, what does that tell you? Some will be raised to life, to everlasting glory, some to everlasting shame. Then let their shame be known, so that they understand. A third of the angels fell. They're fallen angels. Now, to restore them, they need to accept what they did and then ask for forgiveness. You will hear from heaven. You are just and able to forgive them and remember their sins no more, right? So then my advice, if they're scared of facing up to things, explain to them, if they were taken into the air, transformed in the twinkle of an eye to become like us, and remain with us for eternity. What does that mean? Those are the ones. Thank you. Now press stop. See what I'm saying? That is what we trained for. When you pause and you make sure it's me, then that's something you can do naturally. They had no concept that the enemy had an ability. Yeah, go there with it. Go ahead. Or that you would do this. So, biblically, many of them didn't know this existed. So the false prophet, that guy that started the rapture thing that happened, believe they have a rapture talk or something regarding that. I know Mary can use that as evidence. You believed the uh, Lord, I'll say that, who uh, said the same exact thing that I just said for the last 3 seconds to you. But then the counterfeit you accepted with open arms. So it's evident that these three Losum spirits had a huge part in Mary's life and others, because there were a different type of life experience. Some of us, being God's people, experienced more persecution, more hatred, more lies told about us, those situations where anything we said wasn't received as we were saying it. Like Mary believes things that aren't biblically possible or anything I was ever thinking. So that made communication. Communication. There we go. Now, how are you going to communicate is the issue. We always invite you in, and then because she has not repented truthfully with her words or her life to the one she offended, afflicted, falsely accused, so those sins are still present when I look at her. So tell her, Mary, come here with drinks and tobacco. I love you.